Now you guys know how much I love my Sega Mega Drive and Genesis. I'm surrounded by it. And every now and then I also like to do a little bit of modding on the console and even some restoration on the boxes, and sometimes I attempt it on the consoles as well. But earlier this week I got recommended a video by YouTube of this absolutely destroyed Sega Mega Drive being restored. And I thought, great, I love this kind of stuff. Restoring absolutely damaged consoles, seeing how they go about it, maybe something I could use in my consoles. Today we're going to be looking at a video that's got nearly 4 million views on it, on a restoration of a Sega Mega Drive console. Let's take a look at it. So we're going to start off in a dump. It's where everyone finds the best Mega Drive consoles. No one's going to throw a console away that's worth 100 quid. Well, they might do, I guess. But he's found one, along with a hairdryer, on the top of someone's house, no less. And that's pretty damaged. I don't know how he's going to bring that back to life. Looks like a Mega Drive 2, a Genesis 2. Wait! He's also got a joypad. Just happens to be right next to it. What a stroke of luck this guy has. Now, of course, he could have found it in the rubbish and he's put it up there just for effect. Or he's stolen someone's Mega Drive and Genesis console. But let's see what he can do with this. Now we can see it's pretty damaged here. I mean, that's been submerged in mud. Look at that. Looks like it's got mold. That red plastic there, that's going to be impossible to get right because we know what the like mold and dirt dust, that red plastic is going to seep in there. It's going to stain it. You're going to have these black marks on it. So this is going to be a real tough job to get this console back into any kind of good condition. I guess he's going to have to clean it up. Might do a little bit of a polish job on it, maybe spray paint it, and he can get it to some state where it was back to new. But the circuitry in there is going to be shot to pieces, especially with that damage. I mean, it's horrific. Have you ever seen a Mega Drive or Genesis console in that state? Right, so he's going to open up this joypad. Joypad's aftermarket, all the consoles aftermarket, and it's an aftermarket console and joypad. Screws out first. There's a lot of dirt on this. You've seen there's an equal amount of dirt on the front and the back. Like, to get that, they must have buried it. It looks highly suspicious. Oh my, and look at all the dirt in there. There's no way that's going to work. That PCB has been submerged in dirt for God knows how long. It must have terrible rust damage. Wait a minute. Can you see inside the joypad there? That looks new. First signs that this video may not be all it's cracking up to be here. Look at that. How's the whole thing dirty, but those parts there are pristine? That is a pristine bit of plastic there that's managed to survive all of that damage and dirt. Right, so that's the joypad. No way he can fix that. He might be able to clean it up a bit, but it looks like it may already be a new joypad. But this console, there's not much hope of bringing this back to life. So he's going to open this up. It's got it's got Sega logo there. So maybe this is a genuine Sega console we've got here with an aftermarket joypad. We'll find out as he opens this up. It doesn't look like it's got the Mega CD port though. So this is probably aftermarket actually, because there is no Mega CD port there. Yeah, there's no expansion port for the Mega CD yet. So this is an aftermarket, a fake console that we've got here. Right, let's have a look what's inside. Yeah, it's definitely aftermarket, but there's no way. Look at that! There's rust on it. The damage on that is horrific. I mean, I have no idea how he'd even be able to get where he'd start on that. You might as well just chuck it away and buy a new one. But another telltale sign, these screws are coming out. They're leaving pristine clean marks as they come out, and the screws are in perfect condition. There's no rust in them at all. To get all this dirt in here, this console must have been submerged for months, if not years. But those screws come out and they're pristine. They've got that nice silver glint to them. Look at them. Those are new screws that you've just pulled out of this destroyed console. But okay, benefit of the doubt. Maybe they survived somehow. That motherboard though, that's destroyed. He must have to rebuild that from scratch. I have no idea how he's going to get that to work. That looks beyond repair. And the same with this red plastic as well. Like I said earlier, that kind of level of mold and staining on there is just going to seep into that plastic. It's going to kind of stain it. And he's going to, I don't know how he's going to clean it. Or he's going to have to live with it, spray paint it perhaps to get the quality back. Putting all the pieces into some kind of tub. Everything in there, just chuck it all in there. What are we going to do now? Please don't do what he's going to do. It's been submerged. Oh yes, water. This. Look at that water just on it. Oh, and soap. Let's put some water and soap in there. Gloves on. Look at that motherboard now. It's in pristine condition. He only poured a bit of water on it. That's a new motherboard. Okay, that is a new motherboard he's just stuck in there. Let's not dwell on the fact that he's shoving water all over this motherboard to clean it up. But that is a completely different set of electronics that he's now cleaning up compared to what went in there. Get that water in there. Get that soap in there. Go on. Clean it up. Oh my, if it was damaged before, it's definitely damaged now. Same again. Let's get that joypad motherboard there. That's motherboard, circuit board. It's amazing how quickly it cleans up as well. Look, just a bit of splash, a little bit of a scrub, and it's all off. It's like it was paint or something, water-based paint going over the top of that. But no, he's scrubbing that off. Oh, it's coming up a treat. Wow, who knew? I've got faint scratches on my Mega Drive, and it's taking me years to try and remove them and get rid of them. I just can't. If I just watched this video, I would have known that all I have to do is get some soapy water and a brush, and I could have got it all off. Oh my God, look at that. Now this was in terrible this was in terrible condition, and he's just a bit of water and it's all coming off. Let's see if he's showing he's only showing the bottom. Here's the top. Look, look how easy it's coming off. It is a Sega. What have we got here? Yeah, give it a good scrub. Go on. Mega Drive 2. It's a Mega Drive 2. That cleaned up a treat. That did. Well done. Right, let's skip forward. I can't watch him use water and soap any longer to just clean everything. And that suddenly will fix it, will it? Let's have a look. Let's skip forward. He's now gonna clean everything off. Give it one last clean with water to make sure it's good. He's got, it looks like sandpaper. What's he doing? Is he sanding it down? Why is he sanding it down for? He's taking off the logos. Don't do that. You had a perfectly good top there, and he completely sandpapered off the logos for the console. Oh my goodness. Oh dear. And there's the black joypad, which is now miraculously white. It must have been buried in a bog for years to get into that state. But, you know, he's persevered and managed to get it almost looking like new. Right, there the electronics. Look at that. Well, we're going to do a bit of testing now. All he's done is washed it in soapy water. Oh, look. Yeah, we'll test that. And we'll test over here. Oh, something's happening. Looks like we've got must be working. Looks like none of the electronics suffered from any kind of rust or corrosion at all being submerged in water for so long. That soapy water's done it. Right, spray. This is what I'd expect him to do. I thought he would, you know, clean it up. When I first watched this video, I thought he'd clean it up, spray paint it, and have to redo the interior for the console because, you know, at least unsolder everything in, put in new parts so that it worked. So I was expecting him to spray paint it, although he didn't have to because it had a perfectly good outer shell there with the Sega branding on it as well. What are we doing with these screws? This is an odd thing. Oh, he's what, made them a different color, I guess. Right, now to put it back together. Look at this. That is a new circuit board that he's putting in there. If you remember, some of those elements there had heavy rust on them. Now they're perfect from just soapy water. The red flaps, that looks like new plastic. If we go back in the video, let's have a look at them here. Now let's go back here and have a look at what they've turned out like. So from this dirty looking flap to this flap, which looks pristine and new. So, after my initial excitement of first seeing a console that looked absolutely devastated, to then actually watching this video and realizing just how poor this was, this fake of a restoration. It offered no educational value at all. And was it entertaining? Yeah, but not for the reasons I expected it to be entertaining. You know, when I put my videos together, I spend weeks and hours researching, playing these games, capturing footage, talking to developers to put videos together that will interest fans of the consoles. This here is just a quick money grab. I suspect what they've done is just painted it, left it outside for a bit, and then come in and then cleaned it with soapy water. So by the end of this video, I was really frustrated that actually it was just a fake video on restoration. It offered me nothing. It was infuriating at the end that all this person had done was clean something with soapy water and quite obviously just replace the parts on this console. And the fact that it's a clone console means that they probably had a couple of these lying around. Mess up one of them, then just replace it in for the new one with a nice cut. That's it for this week's show, something a little different from what we usually have. I really enjoy watching restoration videos, but when I came across this, I couldn't help but do a reaction video to it to show how fake this video is that has 4 million views showing a Mega Drive 2 getting restored. Now, if you enjoy retro gaming, if you love the Sega Mega Drive and Genesis, and you're new to the channel, why not consider subscribing? You can do this by clicking on a little button just below this video. We put out regular shows every single Monday, and so that you don't miss it, you can also click on a little bell just below the video. Now, if you can't wait until Monday, don't worry, because we've got a huge selection of retro gaming videos for you to enjoy, 2 of which you can watch over here.